Hey everybody, welcome to this week's blog and video. I want to start by saying that I realize that some of you have God-sized problems today, that you are facing giants that only God and you can deal with and fix. And I want you to know that before I turn this camera on today, that I prayed for you. And if you want to private message me, I will gladly add you to my prayer list and pray specifically for you or even with you. Now, I was taught years ago not to compare my inside with someone else's outside. Let me say it a little differently. If I'm not careful, I can compare how I feel inside to what I see in your life outside. I'm going to use a few examples. The first is a pastor and his family. So I can see that pastor speaking at church, and I can see his wife or her husband sitting over here, and I can start to think that they don't have problems like I have. I can start to think that because he's in or she's in the Word of God every day, I mean, after all, that's their job, that they don't have the marital issues or some of the things that I have to deal with. I can also look at their kids and say, I bet their kids never, or I bet their family never. I bet they don't have a crazy Uncle Harry, for an example. The next would be the leader of an organization. You know, most of us, many of us have these leaders that we follow, and we can fool ourselves to look at that leader and believe that their business never has these problems or their employees never do these things that maybe our businesses or we encounter within our businesses every day. The next one is, you know, the wife of my friend, and I think to myself, if my wife was just more like her, or the husband, that the wife thinks if my husband was just more like her husband, then things would be different. Here's the reality. If we knew the problems that that pastor has in his life and in his family, chances are many of us would stop going to that church. If we knew the problems and the things that that business leader is facing and the challenges within their business, we might stop following that leader. If we knew what that husband or wife did and does every day so that their husband and wife are the way they are, my guess is many of us would not be willing to do what they do. Life is and can be tough for everyone. No matter what you believe, how close you are to God, what you do for a living, how great a leader you are, or how much you know. None of us are protected from the things of this world. We will all face problems, challenges, difficulties, and tragedies. And there's nowhere here on earth that we can go to hide from that. Now, I heard a man say once, if our problems were like shoes, and we all walked up and set them in front of the room, and we all sat there looking at each other's problems, that most of us would gladly pick up our same problems and leave with them. So don't compare your insides with someone else's outsides. Don't fool yourself into believing that your problems are bigger or more unique than other people's problems. Thank you for following Kyle Huffman LLC. God bless you.